Get ready with me while I talk about how I graduated at 15. Now, yes, you heard that right. I graduated at 15 and I'm graduating college at 16, and I'm going to be answering some of the most common questions I get. So I started school very young. I started with my older sister and I've been homeschooled my entire life. I started kindergarten when I was like 3 or 4, and by the time I was like 13, I was already in 8th grade. And when I turned like 14, I decided that I wanted to be able to graduate early. And because I was homeschooled, I was self-taught after 8th grade. So what I found out is I found like a plan that I could do to graduate by the time I was 15. And it consists of doing 4 times a daily work, 5 days a week. And I would do it at like nighttime. So I've always been a night owl, so I would start around like 10 p.m. and finish around like 4 or 5 a.m., wake up at 12, and then that was my normal day schedule from the week. So imagine, instead of doing 1 week of work, I was doing 4 to 5 weeks of work every single week, and I did not take up summer ever. Like, I never had a summer off because I chose for myself that I didn't want to have that. Personally, I would have rather not had summers off and been able to graduate 2 to 3 years earlier, which is what I chose to do. And my parents didn't make me do this. This was just me personally, what I decided to do with my schooling. Now let's talk about how I started college technically at 15. The last year of high school, I doubled up and I started college with high school. So yes, I was still in school full time, and yes, I decided to start college on side of that. I started college fall of 2024, and that was my first semester. I did this spring, and now I'm entering into my 3rd semester, and I will graduate college like 3 months before I turn 17 in 2026. And I think a really common question I get like in person and online is, did you ever feel stressed out? Did you ever feel overwhelmed? And personally, no, because like I sought the Lord and I asked him, is this what you want me to do? And honestly, my life would not be able to look the way it does. I wouldn't be able to do the things I do if I was still in school and in college at this time. And now I am a full-time content creator, not just for myself, but a UGC creator for other brands. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if I was still in school and in college at the same time. And I love all of these products, by the way, and these are all acne safe because, as you can tell, I have acne skin. But I just would say, if you are someone wanting to graduate early in your homeschool, is you really need to seek the Lord and ask him, what do you have me to do? Because what God had me do, he might not have you do. And I've had some people ask me this: do you regret starting school so early, like quadrupling it up and doing high school to finish it by 15? And no, I do not at all. Sure, there were a lot of late nights, but I really enjoyed it, and I felt like, for me personally, it felt like such a big accomplishment when as I've seen my life starting to develop, as I'm starting to, grow up, I feel like I've just seen like the fruit of putting that work forward. And I've been enjoying my life so much, so it's not like I graduated and have all these extra years to wait till I'm 18. If I have cool opportunities that come up that God gives me and sends my way, I can actually do them because my schedule isn't filled with school and homework anymore. So yeah, I would say just ask the Lord if you're someone who wanting to start or do something. Like, my school story is not at all average. I'm not at all an average teen. But when you follow God's plan for your life, there is going to be so much good fruit from it. And the shade of the blush, if you're wondering, the shade Sprinkle of the Row Pocket Blush. I've been enjoying these blushes so much. They're so creamy to blend out. So yeah, that would be my biggest piece of advice. Seek the Lord and ask him what he has for you and your life. So yeah, if you guys have any more questions on how I graduated early, comment them down below because I would love to answer them. I love you guys all so much, and Jesus loves you guys all so much too. Please remember that you matter and you are loved by Jesus. Bye, guys.